So when you are sitting on the sidelines and you are watching things play out, just because you're sitting on the sidelines and the coach hasn't called you in the game yet, doesn't mean you shouldn't be paying attention to the game. Does not mean you shouldn't be going over your plans and your play. Does not mean you shouldn't be ready. Like, just like they start calling your name. They don't even have the whole syllable out of your name. They don't even have the whole syllable out of your name yet. And you already getting up because you're ready. You're ready at a moment's notice. You should be ready at a moment's notice. Like, and when he tell you what to run, you should have already been anticipating that. You should have been running scenarios already. Because if you just sitting on the sideline on the bench and you ain't paying attention, you don't want to get off the bench. You like it being on the bench. You comfortable. And for the people who gonna say, well, why I gotta do all that if I know I'm not gonna be called in, if I know it's a chance? It's a chance. You never know what's gonna happen. But if you're not ready, how can the chance come to you if you ain't ready? The chance is gonna go to somebody else who's ready, who's been preparing. Change your verbiage. There's no down season. Because when you say it's a down season, you're acknowledging the fact that you're down, meaning you're under, meaning you're okay with being down, you're okay with being under. I ain't down. I'm preparing. This is my preparation season. This is my training season. I'm preparing spiritually. I'm getting my spiritual self together. I'm getting that connection together. Because I know without that, ain't nothing else going to be right. I'm getting my finances together. I'm working on my credit. I'm working on my savings. I'm working on budgeting. I'm working on knowing how to handle what I have and being a good steward of this amount that I have so that I can get more. So that when I get that next level, that next dimension, that money, oh, I already know how to handle it. I got to show I'm ready. Because if I don't show I'm ready, then how can I get more? I got to work on myself physically. I got to be up in the gym just working on my fitness. Or you know what? I got to be up in my house just working on my mouth and the spoon. I'm done. I don't need to keep going. I need to work on better options. Instead of going to the grocery store hungry, I'm going to have a meal first. So when I go in there, I can make smarter decisions. I know that I have a tendency to eat that whole bag of HEB popcorn and it ain't going to be there. And then my son going to ask for some and he going to be, Mommy, can I have some caramel popcorn? I'm going to have to tell him, oh, we don't have no more because your mom didn't ate it. Speaking from experience, I ain't telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. So I'm going to leave that at the stove this time. I'm going to pass on that popcorn. Or I know that I ain't going to get it. Or if I do get it, that's Hudson's bag. I can't touch that bag. But see, last time I decided I was going to get a little bit, I ate a lot. You know how that you give somebody a little and they take a lot? Okay, let me tell y'all this story. Ooh, okay, so my guy had this like bag of chips. Like a little snack size bag of chips, about this big. And I was like, ooh, it was Ruffles. I remember the brand. I was like, ooh, let me have a chip. So he was like, here, you can have a chip. I already knew what I was going to do. So I put my fingers in the bag and I maneuvered them just so ever so eloquently, like a claw. I made it to where I got almost all the chips out the bag, but I did it so subtly. So I picked them up. He said, what you doing? Hey, you can have a chip, not all of them. I didn't want all of them. I just really wanted to see what he was going to do and to see if I had the skill and the capability of how big I can carry in my claw. Because I'm working on my capacity. That's another message in another video. Is coming. Maybe tomorrow. I'm getting my emotions together. How do I handle myself emotionally? If somebody says something crazy to me, am I still going to go off like that? Am I still going to cut them down? Or am I going to be able to control my emotions and my composure and know this ain't about me? They're not on my level. And I'm not on their level. So because I am the one who recognizes that in this conversation, in this interaction, I'm going to adjust either down, because I know I can't speak this way to them because they don't understand the words that's coming out of my mouth. Even though we both speak in English, we're not speaking the same English. Because there's some words in my vocabulary that clearly they don't know. Or there's some words in their vocabulary that I don't know. I ain't on their level yet. They up there. So let me recognize that they up there and I'm down here. Let me adjust myself accordingly. What word was that they said? Ooh, Holy Spirit, help me remember that because I'm going to Google that when I walk away. So I can prepare myself. I can educate myself. Because, see, I can control that while I'm on the bench. I don't know when the coach going to call me to put me in, but when he call, I'm going to be ready. And then I'm going to take notes and give myself feedback on my own performance out there on the field. I ain't going to wait for somebody else to give me theirs. I'm going to tell my story. And who can tell your story better than you can tell your story? But if you're not paying attention while you're out there running them plays to give yourself some feedback, how many times do teams run feedback, run plays, run the tape back, run it back? They have whole trainings, whole, what is it called? Practices. That's what they do. Well, I don't know how to run the plays back on my life. Go through your phone. Go look at yourself. Go through your phone and go look in December of 2020. Go through it. Watch the videos. Look at the pictures. Look at your facial expression. Look at your hair. Look at your body. That's 1 year ago. Look at what's changed. Oh, my skin is clearer now than it was then. What did I do to change that? You know what? My hair has grown. I didn't think it did, but it has. Oh, you know, I done put a little weight on my hips. No wonder I've been getting some extra squeezes from him. Oh, I know he loved my curves. Dang, I didn't know I used to do my makeup like that. Why I stopped? Oh, I need to try that technique again. Journal. Go back and look at your journal and read what you wrote. I found a journal from 2007. Number one, I could see the inconsistency in my journaling because it jumped every couple of years. I had 2 entries. Then 5 years later, I had an entry. Then, okay, no, I need to be more consistent with everything that's in here. So, because it's too much. But I read some of the words that I wrote and it broke my heart. I actually cried for her, who is me. But I'm not that me anymore. I cried because I relived, I felt that pain that she felt. But in the same token, I cried to celebrate the growth that version of me has came from. You're going to sit on the sideline and say, this is my down season. Coach ain't going to put me in. Are you going to get up off that sideline and work and have some movement to it? When they roll tape at the beginning of the game, you still going to be sitting in the same spot on the sideline? Or are you going to be on the sideline, but you constantly been moving? You've been moving here. The game moved that way, you moved that way. The game moved that way, you moved that way. Because when you step, God steps. When you move, he moves. But he ain't moving. Are you doing what he told you to do? Are you really moving? Because when you move, and you in alignment in that flow, baby, you ain't gonna be able to keep up. I gotta go. Love enlightening.